The way they say your 20s are your selfish years, like I ain't got no kids, I ain't got no husband, I like let my own cup overflow. What Nyamba wants, Nyamba's gonna work hard to get. We're not compromising on anything. Your life actually changes when you're intentional.
Pretty young girl from Zambia, you know that she ain't with the drama. Light skin girl Osama, you know she the bomb, she cause trauma.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Hi, my name is Nyamba and I create YouTube content which you should subscribe to. Okay, so happy new year, happy 2023. This is the first video where I'm proper talking to the vlog and saying happy new year. So whenever you see this, it's like a couple of weeks into the new year already, but like the new year is still new, okay? It's not yet old, so it's still relevant. In this video, I'm super excited because I'm gonna be sharing with you guys 10 things I'm gonna be doing to ensure I have a good year. And obviously my plans aren't God's plans, but I believe in the saying, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So it's good to have vision, it's good to be intentional, it's good to just, you know, be laser focused on what you want, because at the end of the day, God helps those who help themselves. So you kind of have to, you know what you're doing, have a plan on what you're doing, just, you know, actually take control of what you can take control over. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys. And obviously there's more than 10 things technically that I'm going to be doing, but I feel like these are the 10 main things. So yeah, I hope I can help even one of you guys. That would mean the world to me. Even before watching, please thumbs this video up. This year I'm trying to hit a certain number of subscribers. I won't say it right now, but I've written it down, and yeah, those thumbs ups help more than you know. And comment down below one of your New Year's resolutions or goals or action plans for this year. Don't forget to thumbs this up, please. Share it with somebody, and of course subscribe. Enjoy. Okay, so I'm gonna be looking down from time to time just because I have my talking points right here. You can't even see, the screen is too bright. Anyway, number one, I'm not putting unrealistic pressure on myself this year, and that's everything from just setting unrealistic goals to setting unrealistic goals. I know we always say, or you hear the narrative, dream big, this and that, but at the same time, know yourself and don't push yourself to a limit that once you get there, it's like you'll be burnt out, you won't even enjoy what you've worked hard for and all of that. So one way I'm doing that is, for example, by reducing on the number of books I'm reading this year. Last year, I had set a goal for myself to read 20 books, and if you don't follow me on Goodreads, please do. It's just a cool platform to like track your reading, see what your friends are reading, get reading recommendations, etc, etc. And with that 20, I was on a roll for a good first few months of the year, not just because I was motivated because it was a new year, but I didn't have much to do. Like, I barely had a life. At the time, I was working part-time and I had a lot of free time on my hands, okay? Coming into this year, number one, I have a full-time job. Number two, I know with the projects I want to work on, like, I just won't have the time. And number three, like, I'm just trying to be realistic, okay? So my goal for this year is to read 1 book a month, so that's 12 books in the year. If I read more than that, well and good, but I know 1 book a month is very attainable. And I think I didn't finish talking about what happened. Like, yeah, I was good in the beginning of last year, and then somewhere in the middle, like, life just got in the way. I was moving all over, like, I was up and down. I just didn't have the time or the zeal at that to read, so I fell off, and then I got back into it towards the end of the year. And at that point, I was really just like putting pressure on myself to finish this 20 that I had set for myself, just so I didn't disappoint myself. But yeah, this year we're only doing 12, and whatever it means in your life to set not realistic goals, but to just not put unrealistic pressure on yourself, do that. Like, tweak and, you know, refine as needed. And just a disclaimer for everything I'm saying in this video, tweak and refine as needed as pertaining to your specific life. But yeah, these are just, you know, what I'm doing, and some help if you need it. Number two is being selfish. This year is about me, myself, and I'm not faltering on that. It's a very me year. What Nyamba wants, Nyamba's gonna work hard to get, and that's about it. There's not much to it, honestly. I've previously fallen into the traps of, oh, what are people gonna think if I do this? Or what are my parents gonna think if I do this? What's the reaction gonna be if I make this move or do this or do that or whatever? And it's like, I wanna say I'm not a people pleaser. I've grown out of that over the years, but at the same time, I take into consideration a lot of what others are gonna think about certain decisions that I make. And at this point, like, I'm done thinking about anyone else. Not even in a way that's like, oh, they don't matter, no one else matters, only I matter. Technically a little bit, but like, y'all know what I mean. Like, I'm just being super selfish. Like, the way they say your 20s are your selfish years, like, I ain't got no kids, I ain't got no husband, it's about me. So let me take this time to worry about me and like fill my cup to the brim, literally, like let it overflow. Matter of fact, not forget the brim. Let my own cup overflow so that I can pour into others after I've poured into myself. Number 3 is being organized, and that can mean different things for everyone, to be honest. But for me, that's just doing things like continuing to type out or write out to-do lists, using a weekly desk pad, and using a diary. So for my to-do lists, it depends on my mood. Sometimes I'll just type them out on my phone, other times I'll type them out on the laptop. This website that I was using a lot at a point last year. The name has left my head, but the interface is in my head right now. Like, I see it, so I'm just gonna put it on the screen. So yeah, sometimes I'll type out on there, other times I will write it out on my iPad, other times I'll use my little to-do pad that I have that I actually got locally, like in Zambia. But yeah, for my weekly pad, I got this one from Target.com in the US, and it was only like $5, something like that. I think it's usually like 10. It was on sale, but anyway, it's just super helpful because you get to see your week overview like this. And obviously I also use Google Calendar, but I'm like an organization freak. Just something about writing things down and seeing it right there in front of your eyes is just so satisfying. So yeah, this one's my one for this week. And yeah, it's just nice to, like I said, have an overview where you're just like, okay, I have this, I have that, you know. And then at the end of the year, Emark so kindly gifted me this gift set, like with a Christmas card that just said, oh, we love your content. I was like, oh my god, oh. In here came a personalized diary, a little business card holder thing that I actually gave my mom because I was like, you'll probably have more use for this than I do, a flash drive, and a pen. So I'm definitely gonna be using this diary right here. It's actually personalized, which is so cute. It says Nyamba on there. So stinking cute. So yeah, when you open it up, it actually has a card slot on here, and it's just like a plain diary. I love such diaries that aren't dated because you can use it for as long as you desire, and there's no pressure to use it in the year that you want it. Like, it's not dated 2023 or anything. So yes, I'm excited about this, and just, it's like good quality, good damn quality. The 4th thing I'm gonna do is look cute whenever I can. As I'm filming this video right now, I have looked cute to go absolutely nowhere. And you know what? That is perfectly fine. It's just empowering to see that I look cute, so I just feel so good. Earlier, my mans called me and I picked up the phone. I'm just like, hi babe, and he's like, why are you so excited? I'm like, I don't know, like just something about looking cute. You look good, you feel good, you know, it just is. And then with looking good, it's like you don't have to wear, you know, all your super fancy clothes or whatever while you're home. Looking cute for me includes even just wearing cute workout sets to walk around the house in, or to do my yoga in and then walk around the house in. Like, it just makes me feel so nice. And I love athleisure so much. I just be wearing workout sets as outfits just because they're cute. I have this pink one that I love so much, and then I recently got one from Gymshark that's also super cute. So yeah, I just be feeling like $1,000,000 in my workout sets. Number 5 is stepping out of my comfort zone, and by that I mean doing things that low-key or high-key scare me. Am I gonna go bungee jumping? Absolutely not. But am I gonna send that email that's been in my drafts for months? Absolutely yes. And yeah, stepping out of my comfort zone is also just stepping out of the familiar basically, but not to the extent that I'm depressed or just not mentally stable in the name of stepping out of my comfort zone, but then again not letting fear and doubt and anxiety get in the way of me making certain decisions and making certain moves basically. Number 6, we're stepping out of our comfort zone and now we're stepping into our lucky girl mindset. And if you're anywhere on the internet and if you follow like aesthetic girls and you know all that jazz, like if you're up with the trends, I want to say, then you've probably come across someone somewhere talking about being a lucky girl or adopting the lucky girl mindset. And basically it is what it says it is, just adopting the mindset of being lucky, like things just work out for you, not because you proper put in the work, but because, well, grace located you and you got lucky. So just adopting that mindset that I can achieve literally anything I put my mind to, and like it can happen for me, and not just degrading myself like, oh no, that, no, me, no, you know, one of those things. I am adopting that mindset. It's not easy, it takes a lot of intent, but I plan on doing it and I feel like it will change my life, quite literally. And one of the ways I'm gonna step into that mindset is by practicing gratitude. And to help me with that, this year I purchased the 5-minute journal, which you've probably seen all over the internet, once again if you follow aesthetic girlies. But like, this journal is so popular online. I didn't even know they had it in pink, so when I saw it in pink on the website, and I ordered this from the actual website, but they do have it on Amazon as well, and it is not cheap, I have to say that. But for a journal that I know I'm gonna use every day, that, like, you know how everyone has what they spend their money on? For me, pretty aesthetic things I do not mind spending my coin on at all. If you can't afford it for whatever reason, don't feel pressured to get it just because, oh, all the girlies have it. And for me as well, I didn't buy it for the longest time because I was like, child, that costs quite some money, okay? But the reason why I got it is because it was on sale for Black Friday. So I was like, let me use this opportunity. But basically on the inside, at the top, it just has a quote of the day. Today's quote was, "A fit body, a calm mind, a house full of love. These things cannot be bought, they must be earned." And then it just has, I am grateful for 1, 2, 3, you write them out. What would make today great? 1, 2, 3, a daily affirmation. And then at the bottom, it's highlights of the day, 1, 2, 3, and then what did I learn today? So you fill in the first half in the morning or at the beginning of your day, and then the last half before you go to bed. And yeah, I'm just trying to stay, you know, positive, stay grateful, because no matter how much your life sucks, there's always something to be grateful about. The fact that you're saying your life sucks under a roof, that's a blessing. That's something to be grateful for. The fact that you're saying, no, this isn't going right, da da da, but you're clothed, that's something to be grateful for. And obviously we all take hits from life in one way or another, and it's hard to find the silver lining, but I feel like there's just always something to be grateful for. I'm trying to like proper, you know, get into that mindset. Number 7 is being intentional. And that's being intentional about just my life, like being intentional about like every little aspect of my life. I had this conversation with my friend Grace, and we were saying how our word for last year was just intentional, or like intention, intent, whatever. And your life actually changes when you're intentional about whatever it is you choose to be intentional about. Because life just passes us by when you don't realize that, oh, 2 weeks have gone by and I've said I'm gonna hit up this person. Oh, 1 whole year has gone by and I still haven't shot my shot with this brand. Like, you don't put things into perspective till you're intentional about them, whether that's your prayer life, that's your school, your job, your business, whatever it is, checking up on loved ones. Being intentional is such a big thing, and this year I want to be intentional about my goals basically. And also another big thing this year I've challenged myself to be intentional about is just my healing, because last year I feel like I went through just so much trauma from life and love and whatnot, that this year I'm like, I'm gonna be intentional about healing from this. Step number 1 is forgiving the people who caused me that trauma, and step number 2 is going for therapy, which I'm in the works of doing as we speak, so I should be starting soon enough. Number 8 is kind of attached to being intentional, but that's just setting monthly goals. Most people set their yearly goals. They say, oh, this year I want to do A, B, C, and D. What they forget to do is break those goals up into digestible chunks. So some people will set for the whole year and then set quarterly goals, so goals that they want to achieve in quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4, and then even smaller than that, they'll break them down into monthly goals. So this month I need to achieve this and this and this so that I can achieve my quarter 1 goals, which will eventually lead to me achieving this yearly goal that I have. So for me, I don't do the Q1 to Q4 goals because it's too much. I have my yearly goals and then I break them down into each month. So like, what am I doing this month that's going to contribute to my overall goal or my overall goals? Try it. If you don't already do it, it's, I don't want to say life-changing, but low-key it is, because it keeps you on your toes, where at the end of the year you can clearly see, okay, I did this, this, and this. Like, these were my goals and these were the steps that I took in order to achieve these goals. Because when you have just the yearly goals as an umbrella, you can even forget about them literally if you're not, you know, holding yourself accountable each month. And then you can also break those down to weekly goals if you want to do that, and then daily goals, and you know, it could be a whole thing if you're really trying to be onto it. But for me, monthly works. And yeah. Number 9. I actually needed to stretch, so oh god. Number 9 is a not compromising. That means not compromising on the quality of clothes, friends, relationships, men, hair, whatever. Okay, we're not settling for less than we deserve. I feel like that's so self-explanatory, but we're not compromising on anything because, as I said, it's a selfish year. Okay, I don't know what year it is for you, but for me, boo boo, it is selfish. We're not compromising on anything. And last but not least, I kind of saved the best for last, is reconnecting with God. If you're a Christian, you know that being Christian isn't a destination, it's a journey, and you have your highs and your lows, and it's not always rainbows and butterflies. If anything, it's the exact opposite. And for me, I feel like in 2022, or just in the last couple years maybe, I feel like I had a fallout with God. Obviously, he didn't have a fallout with me. This year, I'm just once again being intentional about reconnecting with him and whatnot, and just reconnecting with my faith. It's baby steps to all of these things, but that's just something I want to really, you know, make a priority, I want to say. Last year, I did read the entire Bible from cover to cover, so from Genesis all the way to Revelations, from in the beginning to amen, okay? I read it and I was super proud of myself. But in reading the Bible, I found that I was reading it just to kind of get done with it, not that I was reading to comprehend. So I'm still gonna obviously read my Bible. Don't read it once and keep it closed the rest of your life. I'm gonna do my Bible readings regardless. Obviously not a crash course like I did throughout last year, but yeah. And also I want to use prayer as my first response and not my last resort, because I tended to do that, especially last year. Like when things fall apart is when I'm like, oh my god, God. But it's like, while you were in the midst of the terrible things you were going through or the pain you're experiencing or whatever, like you should have been praying, which I feel like I was, because I was laughing. Like my Spotify Wrapped last year, my most played song was Thank You God by Called Out Music, and the time I discovered that song, I was really going through it, and I played and played and played and played that song. Okay, so I did my devotions and everything, but I just feel like I could do more. There's always more that you can do in order to strengthen a relationship, and that's what I'm trying to do this year in strengthening my relationship with God. Just praying a lot, especially just, you know, praying in the morning, praying in the evening, all of that jazz. So yeah, once again, I just won't be too hard on myself about it, but it's something I want to do. So yeah, that is it, you guys, for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I could help you out in any way, shape, or form in achieving your goals for this year and the years to come. I wish you guys God's blessings this year. May grace and favor locate you in any field or aspect or career that you decide to go after. And yeah, I think that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you made it to this point in the video. Comment down below, we're winning this year, period. Okay? Don't forget to share this video with somebody who can find it useful or helpful, and subscribe, of course. I will see you guys next time. Bye.